जो चमकीला और अमर जो उनका जो डिक्शन था, उनकी जो वोकैबुलरी थी, जो लिरिक्स थी, वो जो एक एक्सेंट थी, वो मेरे अंदर नहीं है.
And thank you very much.
हमें लगा था कि यार ये शायद नहीं बना पाएंगे क्योंकि गाने तो पंजाबी में हैं, ये लोग कैसे, चमकीला तो हिंदी में बन नहीं सकता.
I feel very clearly that without Diljit and without Parineeti, this film could not have been made.
पंजाब, इंडिया और पूरी दुनिया को अपना दीवाना बना रहे. Give it up for the amazing Parineeti Chopra and the one and only the Sanjawala Diljit Vasad. Music composer Padma Bhushan, Mr. AR Rahman.
Imtiaz, if you, as a filmmaker, you can pick any story to make. At this point in your career, you've had so many, so many successful stories behind you that you have the opportunity of picking anyone and any story and any true story to tell. Why did you pick the story of Chamkila?
Good morning, everyone. Well, for one thing, Neha, sometimes when you live in cities and in the world of social media, you have this feeling that you're disconnected from a large mass of your country and the world, which lives in villages, which does not consume the same products as you. Sometimes I used to feel that I'm getting more and more distant from those people which we call the masses. And what is fascinating about Chamkila is that he was the entertainer of the masses. Those people that we often are unable to see actually. So that was very fascinating, that how was this man talking in the language that the masses understand. We all want to learn that language as communicators. But this man knew it. People were crazy about him. People used to fix their weddings, as we were discussing, according to what date was available for him to perform. So I wanted to experience that kind of world and understand what is it that worked. Maybe I can import it in our own work. Firstly, that. Secondly, this enigmatic life of a musician who is very popular, challenges the norms of the society, and at the peak of his youth gets killed, has a very violent end. This happens everywhere in the world, unfortunately. And this also is a very enigmatic character. So I also wanted to enter into that mind space and see what happens when Amarjot and Chamkila at 27, being so hugely popular, are also taking chances with their life and they ultimately have a violent end. I just wanted to get into that enigma.
I mean, there's so many more questions I want to ask you after this answer that you've given us, but I'm going to come back to you, Imtiaz. Ruchika, I'm going to come to you for a minute and ask you, what was it like? Like, what was it like in the Netflix boardroom? Wahan pe kya chal raha tha ki, okay, this is it. We're going to say yes to Chamkila because of this reason. I would love to be a fly on the wall at that point and tell me how it went.
I mean, I think the reason that we were very happy that we were a part of the film is sitting right next to me. I mean, all of them. I don't think we've ever watched a film that's got the brilliance of Imtiaz sir with the vibrance of Parineeti and the original. I think between Rahman sir and Diljit, we've pretty much got the entire country covered when it comes to the love for music. So I think just the expanse of this, the fact that I think this is the first time that there's been been a biopic of a musician in our country. I think the early 60s there was one, maybe Beju before that in the 50s. And to think that we're a country where every film has wonderful songs and songs are a part of our storytelling, to be able to tell the story with them, we're just honored and we're just excited. And we are very humbly putting this out, not just to the entire country, but also to the whole world, because there couldn't have been a more riveting, locally anchored story like Chamkila, which celebrates his highs and also talks about the lows that I think very few people peek into in a film. So we're just excited, and I want to take this opportunity to say thank you, all of you, for giving us this film.
Well, I'm pretty sure they feel the same way, because it takes a team. It really does. I mean, it's of course the four of them, and then there's you, and then there's everyone else who puts it together. Sir, I'm going to come to you. When I say sir, I mean you at all times. So I'm not calling Diljit or Imtiaz sir on this table at all. No Pari, sir. But so I'm going to come to you. 9 years after, it's been 9 years since the two of you worked together, you and Imtiaz.
Yeah.
And what is it about Imtiaz? Like, he calls you and you can't say no to him. No. So what does Imtiaz Ali say to you on that call?
I think certain directors, you lose the titles.
Sorry, say again?
You lose the titles like director, composer. You become like friends. You become like co-storytellers. I think Imtiaz is one of them. Of course, there's Mani Ratnam, Rakesh Mehra, and so many other. But Imtiaz is like, we don't deal with, oh, give me a hit song. He never asks for all that stuff. I'll just listen to the story and say, can we have this? Can we have this? Can we have this? And he has certain things. So sometimes I give him something which is completely not suitable. He still has it in his kitty. And sometimes he comes up with, Irshad comes with beautiful lyrics, and we start working on it. In this case, actually, the first question was, why me? Because that's Chamkila ji, he's already done the music, and it's about the music. What is our take on it was our discussion. And that actually led us to all the songs we've done.
You know, you've also mentioned a few times about interest, and you've also dabbled in different genres of Punjabi music, because even within Punjabi music there are different genres. So what is it about this sound that fascinated you the most?
I think songs, each period has a taboo, and in this one, the more early it goes, the more naughty the songs were. And even in Tamil, in the 40s and 50s, had certain lyrics which we can't even use now.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, did you tell Imtiaz, no, this is not working? And did you ever have a moment, Imtiaz? I mean, you're an ace filmmaker, and I would imagine that between the two of you, would you ever have a moment saying, this is working, this is not working, this is the melody that works? What do you say when both of you are negotiating which track actually comes forward?
The first time that Rahman sir had sounded a piece of music to me, I was overwhelmed, and I said, I'm relieved. Because suppose I didn't like it, I would not say to AR Rahman that I don't like it. Because
how do you tell somebody who's, AR Rahman?
I can find out from the face.
And I thank God that I like it, because I'm safe. I'm on the safer side now, And so I told him that. He said, no, but you have a job and I have a job. We must do it also. So I don't know, with Rahman sir, it's like always a discovery. It's not about whether it's working or not. It's more like I can't even imagine where he takes, even in storytelling, forget about music. So for us, it's more like a journey. It's not like, is this working or not?
For instance, and from Rockstar, Phir Se Ud Chala is there. But given that tune to anybody else, they would say, oh, it's very complicated. Let's not have this. He just patiently sat. He got the lyrics from Irshad, patiently sat with Mohit, recorded it. I said, I'm not going to come now. I came after 3 days and we listened to the song. And that's what we have. And not only Indians, even Goras, we go abroad. That's the song the vibe a lot.
Well, that's how magic happens. I feel a large part of it is trust and having similarities. Now, speaking of the other part of the magic that is happening on stage right now, and from where I see it and where all of you have seen it, Imtiaz, apart from you, the three leads in the film, there's Parineeti, you have Diljit Dosanjh, and you have AR Rahman. I mean, look at you, you did well. Aha. So now tell me, how did it come about?
The first person I spoke to was AR Rahman.
Why am I not surprised?
Then we were thinking about who will act in it. The first name that came was Diljit Paji's. But at that time, somehow we were thinking it won't happen, he won't do it. I don't know what was going on. I even remember talking to Angad. Angad also said, why don't you talk to Diljit?
Yeah, I'm hoping that now Diljit recommends Angad for another film.
So then, after some time, I spoke to Diljit. And I thought, pata nahi whether it will happen or not. But when I spoke to him, I thought I'll have a 5-minute conversation. We'll say that we'll fix up a time and then I'll tell you the story, etc. It became, Paji, one hour, aisa lamba gaya. And then the way, what happens with actors is that when you're telling the story to an actor, if you are liking it yourself, then that's the actor you want in the film. The way he listened to the story, I liked the story and I started getting more interested in it. I feel very clearly that without Diljit and without Parineeti, this film could not have been made. And I hope when you watch it, you realize why I say so. Also with Parineeti, she was number one choice. Thankfully, when I met her, she said, I've been waiting for 5 years to do a film where I can sing. I said, this is such a film. She says, I'm on. I said, wow. And then we started realizing, यार इसकी शक्ल भी मिलती है थोड़ी बहुत अमर जोत से. फिर मैंने बोला एक बहुत आसान काम है, अपना समोसे, मलाई, चाट ये सारा खाना शुरू कर दो. You have to gain some 10 kilo weight. And then, but this is not any, like, no girl would have done it. No guy would have done it. It's very tough for an actor to put on that much weight. So thank you very much to both of you.
Really, I feel like it goes beyond the faces, the voices, and all of that they lend. They lend their talent and the commitment. Now, Pari, I'm going to come to you first. Congratulations! I haven't seen you since your wedding. Also, wasn't invited, which is fine. Yeah, so it's fine. बहुत करते हैं ऐसे. I think I started that trend. फटाफट कर लेते हैं शादी side में. But Pari, congratulations. And also congratulations on the film. Really, why I'm saying this, just soon after seeing just the trailer of the film, is because that there is something and more than something special. And I also know that you had this deep-rooted wish of playing a musician and singing for yourself, in the movies and in the roles that you play. How did it all come about? How are you feeling about it right now?
I honestly feel scared. I feel like Chamkila has ruined the experience of every other film that I'm ever going to do now, because I've worked with the best director, the best co-star, the best music director, the best location. I've done a role that I don't think not only me, any actor can get, like to immortalize a person, a musician, a legend like Amar ji. To be able to sing myself, मतलब सब कुछ तो कर लिया. मुझे अब लगता है मैं अगली पिक्चर में क्या करूँगी. I really feel कि अब मेरी तो बैंड बज गई है. That what am I going to do next? Shooting Chamkila was like meditation. It was the most. It was full of music, yet it was the most calm, silent, disciplined, beautiful, harmonious set. Usually हम set पे होते ये कर रहे, वो कर रहे, लाइट नीचे कर रहे, ये कर रहे, लाइट जा रहा है, जल्दी करो. Like this is the sound you're used to on set. But here was the captain of the ship, who you can see is the most calm, meditative spirit. Same for Diljit and same for me. I meditate early in the morning. हम लोग सुबह 6-7 बजे set पे पहुंचते थे. 5-6 बजे तक shooting हो जाती थी. So at the end of the day, you just feel fulfilled. You feel like आप किसी गुरुद्वारा में बैठ के आई हूँ मैं बड़े घंटे. I used to feel like that. So it was beautiful. I think मैंने कुछ तो जिंदगी में सही किया होगा कि sir gave me a film. I've been wanting to work with Imtiaz sir for more than like 9 years. I remember, like the day that I had like, I'd come into the movies, I had made a list of directors, and Sir's name was number 1. And I said, like, he'll never work with me, but I am putting him on the list, obviously. And it happened. And then I got to sing in his film. It's just, I'm a fan of this experience. And I'm spoiled now for life.
Wow. You've really taken us, you know, we traveled with you in that answer because you took us through set experience, your process, your career graph, and pehle naam likha tha because it was alphabetical, right?
No.
No? Aja. Chahti kaam karne ki. Imtiaz. Yeah, I'm taking up for you over here. All right. Now, you know, I know. He asked me not to stick to the script, so I'm not sticking to the script because, you know, that's what friends do. They come and tear your scripts. No, and I now need to talk to someone who I feel like wherever he goes, there's a tremor, like there's a geographical movement that happens, and I love the way he's not acknowledging it right now. I'm talking about you, Diljit. He's looking away, like, what are you talking about? See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, you know what he has achieved, and I'm not looking at him and saying this because he'll never accept it because he's just so modest, but what he has achieved in one life, like I feel like most of us, and I'm generalizing us right now because we're facing him, have to like live 7 lives to achieve this. So
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਧਰਤੀ ਹਿਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਪੂਰੀ
ਇਹ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਹਾਂ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਫੇਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਸ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਹੋ
ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਪਰ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਹਰੇਕ ਦਿਨ ਨਵੀਂ ਆਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ
ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਚਮਕੀਲੇ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਨਵੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਾਓਗੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਪੁੱਛੋ No, but I mean, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ, but I'm very conscious right now, guys. What do I do? It's okay.
Just go for it.
Go for it.
Just go. For
it. Wait for what? Camera? No, more importantly, Diljit, where you are right now as a global rock star, as a musician, to be playing the character of Chamkila with a crew like this, like, whether it's AR Rahman sir, whether it's Netflix, Imtiaz Ali, Parineeti, with a crew like this. Tell me about your experience to like actually live the fact that you're such a global rock star and playing a musician in a film as a lead like Chamkila, because you're also deep rooted like he was.
Like Chamkila, कितनी देर से हम सुन रहे हैं एज एन म्यूजिशियन। मुझे लगता है कि पंजाब में या पंजाब से बाहर भी जितने भी म्यूजिशियंस हैं वो अभी भी चमकीला को फॉलो करते हैं, अभी भी उसकी कॉम्पोजिशन को फॉलो करते हैं। वो लिरिक्स की चॉइस को आप साइड पे रख दें, लेकिन जैसे वो गाने कंपोज करता था वो एक साइंटिस्ट लेवल की बात है। वो आज तक लोग उसको एक एक लाइन पे गाना बन रहा है, वो कैसे बना गया, वो कैसे उसने वो डायमेंशन ओपन की, कैसे वो डाउनलोड की उसने वो कंपोजिशंस, तो वो तो हमें नहीं पता, लेकिन वो उसको आ रहा था और हम आज तक उसको फॉलो करते हैं। और जब हमें पता चला कि इम्तियाज सर फिल्म बना रहे हैं चमकीले पे, ये न्यूज तो बड़ी देर पहले आउट हो गई थी लेकिन बनी नहीं थी पिक्चर।
Yes, that is correct.
तो हमें लगा था कि यार ये शायद नहीं बना पाएंगे क्योंकि गाने तो पंजाबी में हैं, ये लोग कैसे, चमकीला तो हिंदी में बन नहीं सकता। लेकिन ये टेक इम्तियाज सर लेकर आए कि चमकीले ने स्टेज पे लोगों के लिए गाने गाए, लेकिन उसके अपनी स्टोरी क्या थी, उसके अपने क्या गाने हो सकते हैं, उसकी अपनी कहानी क्या हो सकती है, इस नजरिए से हमने नहीं सोचा था। और उसके बाद जब पता चला AR रहमान सर म्यूजिक कर रहे हैं फिल्म का, तो मतलब इससे बड़ी बात हमारे लिए नहीं हो सकती थी। नेटफ्लिक्स पे फिल्म आ रही है, इससे बड़ी बात हमारे लिए नहीं हो सकती थी। परिणीति जी ने इतना प्यारा गाया फिल्म में, जब आप फिल्म देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि इन्होंने कितनी मेहनत की है। अमरजोत को गाना चमकीले से भी टफ है क्योंकि उसके नोट और भी हाई थे, चमकीले से भी हाई थे। तो इन्होंने बहुत मेहनत की है फिल्म में, और हम सब बहुत खुश हैं कि ये नेटफ्लिक्स पे आ रही है फिल्म, और आई होप कि चमकीला अगर सुन रहा है तो वो भी अगर संतुष्ट हो कि हमने जो काम किया है अगर उसको भी अच्छा लगे तो फिर सारा कुछ ठीक है।
और बिल्कुल लगेगा। You know, I want to go back to the question जब इम्तियाज जी ने कहा था ना कि वो जो 1 घंटे की जो नरेशन दी थी, at what point did you think कि मैं ये फिल्म जरूर करूंगा? 1 घंटे के पहले कि जिस दिन इम्तियाज का फोन आया, कि बाद में आपने जवाब दिया?
नहीं, मैं तो रेडी था ही।
अच्छा।
हाँ, मैं तो रेडी था, क्योंकि ये इम्तियाज सर के साथ फिल्म करना मेरे हिस्से में नहीं आना था, ना ही मेरे ये सपने में था कभी। ये चमकीले की वजह से ही हुआ, इसका क्रेडिट भी चमकीले को ही जाता है। ये कहानी नहीं होती तो शायद मैं कभी भी इम्तियाज सर की फिल्म का हीरो नहीं होता।
No, but this is a start, right, इम्तियाज? Yes.
So ये चमकीले की वजह से हुआ है।
आपकी वजह से भी हुआ। But I'm going to come to you, sir. You've also incorporated, apart from the music, you've also incorporated the fact that Diljit and Pari have sung live for you for the film Chamkila. Can you tell us a little more about that?
So I think she was driving, and I said, "Can you sing?" I didn't know. Then she's so amazing on the FaceTime call.
Oh, that Zoom call.
Zoom call.
Oh, you made her sing on a Zoom call?
No. So can I
Yes.
quickly present the context? तो क्या हुआ था कि मुझे याद है last year या 2 साल पहले, was it 2 years ago? हाँ. I was on my way to a party that we were all at, by the way. It was, I think, Karan's birthday party, and I was on the way, and suddenly sir called me and उन्होंने कहा, where are you right now? Are you free? So I said, yes sir, I'm free right now. I thought like he'll just have a chat with me. तो उन्होंने कहा, नहीं दिलजीत, आप शायद US में थे, तो ये सर हम लोग ना चारों अभी फटाफट Zoom कॉल कर रहे हैं, can you do it? तो मैं लिटरली किसी ट्रैफिक जैम में थी, मैंने अपने ड्राइवर को बोला कि फटाफट गाड़ी साइड में रोको और सब चुप हो जाओ, अभी कोई सांस भी नहीं लेगा। एंड आई रिमेम्बर कि वो जूम कॉल हुई, एंड इट वाज सर, डीडी, मी एंड इम्तियाज सर, एंड हम लोग उस जूम कॉल पे थे। एंड उस जूम कॉल पे जो मुझे लगा चलो हेलो हाय हो रही है, इंट्रोडक्शन, मैंने कहा चलो इतना भी सही है, हेलो हाय हो गया। रहमान सर कहते हैं कि आपको गाना आता है? तो अब मैं क्या बोलूँ, तो मैंने कहा सर मतलब आई लाइक सिंगिंग। मैंने नहीं बोला आई कैन सिंग और नॉट, मैंने कहा सर आई लाइक सिंगिंग। मुझे लगा सेफ आंसर, राइट? ही सेड ओके, सिंग एंड शो।
Indulgence.
I could not believe it. मैंने कहा गई पिक्चर, गई, अब तो नहीं मिलेगी, क्योंकि he works with the most genius singers, artists in the world. अब मैं गा रही हूँ और मैं बोल रही हूँ देखो मैं कितना अच्छा गाती हूँ, मेरे को जरा कास्ट कर लो, मतलब it was the, but मैंने I remember I sang दमादम मस्त कलंदर या कुछ, मैंने कहा चलो पंजाबी जो भी मुझे आता है मैं गा रही हूँ।
But at this point you were cast in the film.
Yeah, but clearly there was an audition still going on.
मतलब चल रहा है, वो process चल रहा है।
नहीं, I was doing the film for
अच्छा।
sure, but of course I was telling sir कि सर सभी गाने मैं गाऊंगी, मतलब अब तो मैं किसी को आने ही नहीं दूंगी पिक्चर में, मैं ही गाऊंगी बस। तो of course in the film हमारे ओरिजिनल चमकीला और अमरजोत के जो ओरिजिनल गाने हैं हमने वो भी गाए हैं, एंड सर के जो ओरिजिनल गाने हैं वो भी हैं, तो दैट्स व्हाई ही ऑडिशनड मी। सो आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि कैसे हुआ ये कॉल। सर प्लीज।
I'll remind you the question. This is a very good answer without a question, but otherwise, the question, sir, was about the live locations and how you incorporated Diljit and Parineeti to sing.
So actually, we had around 3-4 days of jamming at my studio to get the soundscape of the real live musicians. They all came in, and 3 days we just recorded, just the feel of it, and then we got Diljit Ji and then Parineeti both to record all those original. We didn't want to change anything. I didn't want to touch that stuff. So it was very puristic, and they've done an amazing job.
Well done. I mean, we've been hearing a little bit. We want to hear the rest of it when it comes to the compositions. Of course, we're very excited to hear their voices. And hopefully, at some point, they will agree. But I'm going to come to you, Ruchika. Mission Majnu, Railway Men, and many other very, very strong choices of scripts. And then, of course, Chamkila. What's your process when you say, okay, this is it, this is the one we're going to go with?
I think the one common thread between all of the films that you've mentioned or shows are that they're based on true life instances or based on a person. And I think there is really no process, and that's the process, because every film is so different from the other. And like I always say, that whatever mood you're in, if you want to be happy, you've got something on Netflix. If you're not, you're in the mood to really be thrilled, we've got something. But real stories have a way of connecting to audiences because they are so raw in what they're trying to tell. They're so real. So even when we read the script of Chamkila, I think that was the time that we all kind of decided to do this together. For us, it was the emotion that we connected with. It was so real, it was so raw. In a day when everything feels like a project and feels like a product, I think this really felt like a film. It felt like a piece of someone's heart. And Diljit very humbly said that because of Chamkila, we've all come together and they've got an opportunity to work with each other. But likewise, I think someone very, very incredible and talented, ahead of its time, like most creative people are, created music that resonates till today. I mean, from the 80s to 2024, we're still playing Chamkila song. There can be nothing more evergreen and more universal than that. So,
and the fact that you've made this film, like I feel like the entire team has made this film, even the few people who didn't know or don't know, that's what a great film does. It kind of, catapults the person, the story, and, the music, the narrative, all of it. Diljit, I'm going to ask you a question. जब आप बड़े हो रहे थे, when you were a young boy and you were interested in music, did you grow up on Chamkila's music? Did you listen to a lot of music of his? Were you inspired in some way?
जब 14-15 साल का हुआ तब चमकीला आया लाइफ में. उससे पहले तो घर में जो सुनते थे, छोटे बच्चे को तो कोई अलाउ नहीं होता, उसकी तो कोई चॉइस नहीं होती. जो बहन सुन रही है वही सुन रहा हूँ हिंदी गाने. जो डैडी सुन रहे हैं कुलदीप मानक साहब, तो मैं कुलदीप मानक साहब सुन रहा हूँ. तो बारी तो तब आती नहीं थी. ऐसा तो था नहीं कि हमारे पास फोन है और हम चॉइस कर लेंगे. वो तो एक टेप रिकॉर्डर है, या डैडी सुनेंगे या बहन सुनेगी. तो छोटे बच्चे की क्या बारी आएगी. सो जब खुद बाहर गए जाना, फिर चमकीला इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ, तो फिर पता चला कि यार ये क्या कमाल का आर्टिस्ट है.
But जब हम बात कर रहे हैं, even when Imtiaz, when he started off in his first answer, when he spoke that, there's a very large part where we talk about our films and we talk about the fact that we need to tell stories of masses. And there is a kind of a common thread between you and him. You come from a place in Punjab. Your bearings have been, your first steps into anything creative have been music, and like it was for him. And then onwards and upwards. Did you ever feel that when this story came to you, you were like, okay, this is it, this is the story that I was always waiting to tell or show everyone?
नहीं, मेरी कभी कोई ऐसी इच्छा नहीं रही. मुझे लगता नहीं कि मुझे ये करना चाहिए या ऐसा करना चाहिए. मैं ऐसे कभी अपने आप को ऐसे कैपेबल किसी चीज के लिए समझा नहीं. जो आया वो मेरे लिए ब्लेसिंग है. तो ये फिल्म भी मेरे लिए ब्लेसिंग की तरह ही आई, और मैं बस ओपन रहता हूँ कि ब्लेसिंग्स आ जाए, बस. दैट्स इट.
जी, हमें भी आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स चाहिए. Diljit Dosanjh casually putting it out there that he just has become a global star, moving one step at a time, blessing after blessing, as it should always be. Pari, we know that somewhere you got a few diction classes from Diljit. What was that like? Was he strict with your diction, or was he like, ठीक है आप ये बोल दो, फिर कोई बात नहीं, हम डब में संभाल लेंगे?
नहीं, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है एक्चुअली. क्योंकि इवन तो आप जितने भी पंजाबीज है रूम में, अगर हम पंजाबी बोलते भी हैं, हम एक शहरी पंजाबी बोलते हैं, क्योंकि मैं एक शहर से आती हूँ. और जो चमकीला और अमर, उनका जो डिक्शन था, उनकी जो वोकैबुलरी थी, जो लिरिक्स थी, वो जो एक एक्सेंट थी, वो मेरे अंदर नहीं है. तो वो जब भी मैंने गाना रट तो लिया, और उसमें वर्ड्स भी ऐसे हैं जो काफ़ी मुझे समझ नहीं आते. आई अंडरस्टैंड पंजाबी, बट ये बहुत ही ठेठ पंजाबी है. तो मैं हमेशा डीडी के पास जाती थी, क्योंकि मुझे लगता था कि इससे बेहतर कोच हो नहीं सकता. एंड हम हमेशा साथ में ही होते थे सेट पे, 24/7 हम लोग रिहर्सल्स करते थे. एंड ये जो अमेजिंग यहाँ पे जो बैंड बैठा है, उनके साथ होते थे. तो ही वॉज द बेस्ट टीचर, क्योंकि इनको चमकीला के बारे में सब कुछ पता था. तो मैं हमेशा गाने से पहले एक रिविजन करती थी कि अच्छा अब आप सुनो मुझे गाते हुए. तो मैं पूरा गाना गा के फिर वो उनको ठीक करते थे कुछ वर्ड्स, और फिर ही मैं टेक करती थी, क्योंकि जो हम गा रहे थे वो ही साउंड एक्चुअली पिक्चर में है जो हमने गाया है.
Yes.
तो वो बिल्कुल परफेक्ट होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है जैसे हम लोग टेक देते हैं तो टेक अच्छा नहीं हुआ, 15 टेक कर लिए, फिर स्टूडियो में जाके कुछ बहुत हमने ठीक कर लिया, मैनेज, वो बहुत रियल था. तो इट्स लाइक डायलॉग बोलने जैसा. तो वो ही ओनली टॉट मी. वो अभी तक मैं उसी से पूछती हूँ जब भी मेरे को ऐसे कोई ठेठ लाइन गानी होती है.
Well, I just have to tell you, we're all very jealous of the perfect Punjabi coach that you have. And I'm sure your Punjabi has become better over time. Not that it needed too much work. I know I've heard you speak in Punjabi is fabulous. Right before we let all of you go, Diljit, Parineeti, biggest takeaway from the sets of shooting Chamkila?
सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग सेट से.
एक कोई ऐसी चीज जो आपको याद रहेगी, you know, while you were filming Chamkila?
पता नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब बहुत सारे अच्छे लोग और साफ दिल के लोग जब साथ में काम करते हैं तो वो कुछ स्पेशल बनाते हैं. मैं कुछ ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि इस पिक्चर का रिजल्ट क्या होगा, कि ऑडियंसेस क्या बोलेंगी, वो बाद की बात है. बट मेरा जो, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि मैं स्पॉइल हो गई हूँ. दैट इज़ बिकॉज सर से लेके मतलब हर एक जो वहाँ ये पिक्चर बना रहा था ना, मैंने एक श्रद्धा देखी है, मैंने एक सच्चाई देखी है, मैंने एक प्यार देखा है. किसी ने इसको फिल्म की तरह नहीं बनाया. इट वॉज जस्ट लाइक 200 people just living together in harmony and just प्यार से काम करना. तो for me the biggest takeaway is कि पिक्चरें ऐसी बननी चाहिए. You know, पिक्चरें प्रोजेक्ट्स की तरह नहीं बननी चाहिए और किसी गलत कारण से नहीं बननी चाहिए, बस दिल से बननी चाहिए. So for me, I will always be looking for that now.
And as are we. Same here. So yeah, even Diljit is saying कि पिक्चरें जो है दिल से बननी चाहिए, but it's fine. I'm answering for him, Pari's answering for him. आप जो बोलो आप, अगर आपको यही, हाँ, डिटो.
नहीं, सच्ची मेरा ही है.
Okay.
सारा कुछ बोल दिया ना.
Alright, so. But ये भी सेट पे होता था कि वो ज्यादा बोलती थी आपसे.
नहीं, ठीक ही बोलती.
आपसे तो ज्यादा ही बोलती हूँ.
हाँ, वो तो.
मैं एक्चुअली काफी लोगों से ज्यादा ही बोलती हूँ.
वेरी गुड.
Yes.
Imtiaz, right before we let you go, what's the many things or that one thing that we should all look forward to when it comes to Chamkila?
Many things are already on stage and many things have been said. But कुछ दिन पहले मुझे किसी ने बोला कि दिलजीत वहाँ विलेज में शूट कर रहे थे पंजाब में, प्लेइंग चमकीला, बट ही हिमसेल्फ इज अ बिगर स्टार. उस वक्त मुझे स्ट्राइक हुआ. मुझे लगा कि द वे दिलजीत हैज परफॉर्म्ड इन अ लैंड वेयर एवरीबडी is actually scared to even look at him because he's such a big star. We are talking about small town Punjab. वहां पे ये जब एक्टिंग कर रहे थे चमकीले की, तो मैं ये दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं कि इस आदमी को ये नहीं पता था कि मैं कौन हूं. इनको ये लग रहा था मैं चमकीला हूं, मैं चमकीले की एक्टिंग कर रहा हूं या मैं चमकीले की तरफ जा रहा हूं, उसके गाने गा रहा हूं. इनकी वजह से मुझे भी ये एहसास नहीं था कि ये कौन है, कि ही इज नॉट लाइक ही इज नॉट एनीथिंग, ही इज जस्ट चमकीला, यू नो. और मेरे साथ साथ परिणीति को, बाकी जो क्रू एंड कास्ट थे एंड वहां के जितने भी लोग थे, उनको भी यही लग रहा था कि ये रियल में हो रहा है, वो चमकीला परफॉर्म कर रहा है और दिलजीत वाज नॉट देयर. सो ये चीज बहुत 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 मुश्किल है और ये एक्चुअली मुझे बाद में अभी स्ट्राइक करती है कि उन्होंने नहीं सोचा कि मैं कौन हूं. When somebody does something like that, it makes it memorable. I don't think Parineeti was thinking, who am I? She was just thinking, who is Amarjot? You know, and that is why we do the work we do. तो ये आप लोगों का धन्यवाद पाजी, आपका धन्यवाद. मुझे बाद में बहुत सारी चीजें आपकी स्ट्राइक करती हैं कि आप जो चीज हो, एंड अभी इन्होंने कहा कि आपने बहुत कुछ ऑलरेडी अचीव कर लिया है, बट मैं ये दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं कि ये बस आपकी शुरुआत है और आप जहां जहां जाओगे हम भी आपके साथ रहेंगे पाजी. एंड I'm very happy that this freshness came into my life of doing this film. I'm thankful to Netflix to take it up with equal love. And thank you very much.